Hi everybody, welcome to day 12 of the Songwriting Challenge. My name is Alecia Renece and I'm a singer-songwriter based in the DMV area. I'm currently RVing with my husband. Right now we're in Colorado, but for the month of November I'll be offering some quick songwriting tips that you can apply. I don't want it to be super long so that you guys can just kind of take it and apply it to what you want to do and hopefully create some great art. If you would like to join a 5-day songwriting challenge, feel free to sign up below. Now what does this entail? So for 5 days, you'll get a songwriting prompt to help you beat procrastination, perfectionism, and songwriter's block. It's free. You also get access to a community of other songwriters who are doing the same thing as you, who need some love and encouragement, and who offer constructive criticism. And you don't even have to share if you don't want to. You can just share your angsts or whatever. But yeah, so feel free to join if you feel so inclined. And let's get into today's episode. So, day 12. This day is all about brainstorming songwriting. So we talked about kind of putting together a song based on how it feels and what it sounds like. You can check out the previous episodes. But today I want to talk about actually brainstorming for the actual song. So there are many ways that you can do this. There are many ways that people recommend. And so I'm going to share some things that I've tried and that have been recommended to me. So the first one is just like word vomit. I know that there has to be like some better word for it. But basically, if I know what my song is about, I have little phrases and stuff of ideas that I want to get across. So these might be like the center of the song. Like these lines have to be in the song. Everything else can be written around it to support what I'm saying. But as far as the song goes, I need to say these things. So I have a journal. We talked about journaling before. And I save some lines from songs that I want to write. So I'll save those little lines and then use them as the beginning line to write the song. So that's sometimes how I write songs. It doesn't work the same for everybody, and that's totally fine. You can also do word association. So some people call it mind mapping. So the idea is that you would have a piece of paper and you would draw a circle in the middle of the main topic of the song, right? So let's say apples, right? So apples would be the main topic. So then you would have lines with other circles attached to it going from the middle talking about that thing. You would be talking about apples. So we could list words like, what do you think about when you think of apples? Red. You could think of shiny, sweet, tart. What else? Macintosh. You can think about Granny Smith. You might think about the different kinds. You might think about what it smells like. It might remind you of autumn, like apple picking. Like, what do those things come to mind? That helps your brain to flow. It helps you to actually come up with ideas that you probably wouldn't have come up with before if you were just like writing the song, trying to make everything rhyme, right? So your intention for writing a song about apples could turn into talking about the fall and talking about how you love being outdoors in the fall to go pumpkin patching or apple picking, trick-or-treating, what have you, right? So you use the mind map to help you further like express yourself and to further like have subtopics about that topic, right? So yes, so mind mapping could be a thing. There could also be, just honestly trying to tell a story through a thing. You have a beginning, middle, and end. So that's 3 verses, right? So say you want to tell a story within your whatever song. Sorry, I don't know why that word was escaping me. So the first verse would be the beginning, or maybe you want to work backwards and it'd be the end. It's up to you. And then so every other verse is supporting the story or telling more of the story, right? How did we get here, right? Or how is it going to end? So you can use all of these different methods to brainstorm your song. You can also just write a list of things you want to talk about. But yeah, mind mapping is usually the main thing that people do that I've seen that people like to songwrite. And so I don't usually do that, but I think I'm going to start to do that just because it helps me think outside the box and it helps me to think about things that I probably wouldn't have thought about before if I just had the topic. Instead of saying the things I usually say all the time, I have other things that I can talk about it. Like how I talk about like apples, juice, okay, autumn, red delicious, Granny Smith, apples, computer. Like, there's so many different things that you can put into place. And then those subcategories that you attach to the main thing, right? Those will have subcategories. So if we're talking about computers, right? You go from Apple to computer. What do you think about like Apple computers? To me, like they're very slim. They're very, they're for artists. They're for, I don't know, they're really expensive. So that's what Apple computers remind me of. And so those subgroups can have more subgroups, right? So expensive, okay, thinking about the frustration of being broke and not being able to afford an Apple computer, even though I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? And I got to use, you know, an HP or whatever, and it's getting me through. And it might not be ideal, but it's still helping me. So mind mapping, basically, if this has been helpful, mind mapping is a really cool tool to use, and one thing I'm going to put into my arsenal as a songwriter to help me better write songs, better communicate things, and better describe situations, places, things, whatever I want to include in my songwriting, and maybe even write a song about what I thought I wanted to write about, not writing that song, but writing another song about that, you know, or going into a different direction with that song. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that, you know, whether you're brain dumping, whether you're just making a list, whether you're just telling a story with A, B, and C, you know, the verse or whatever, or whether you're using a mind map, I'm hoping you can take some of these tools and use it to better create music that you love, that you believe in, that is authentic to you. So again, if you would like to join the 5-day songwriting challenge, feel free to sign up at the link below. It's free. I mean, every day for 5 days you get some prompts and things like that to help you get out of your writer's block, and you'll also be connected with other people who are doing the same thing as you. So until tomorrow, talk to y'all later. Bye.